Hi, I'm Tasha from fitnessblender.com, and today I've got your weighted upper body strength circuits with bodyweight intermissions. For those strength circuits, of which you've got three, format, 3 exercises, 35 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 2 rounds with no extra break between those rounds. For your bodyweight intermissions, of which you've got 2, format is 2 exercises, 1 minute apiece, back to back, no break between those exercises. For equipment today, you'll need a set of both light and medium weights. I'll show you modifications along the way. Warm up and cool down are both included. Let's go ahead and get started with warm up. Your warm up is 6 minutes long, 30 seconds per exercise, 2 rounds, no break between exercises or rounds. We start in 10 seconds with jump rope. So pumping those arms, we gotta get those shoulders nice and warm, hopping it out lightly on the balls of the feet. Start your deep breathing. We're gonna roll right into it after this. It's pretty straightforward warm up and a pretty straightforward workout. So after this warm up, this is about the only jumping that you'll do. So you get to say goodbye to all of the jumping, but your heart rate will still be elevated throughout the workout. We go into squat with arm sweeps after this. Breathe. Plant those feet about shoulder distance apart, sink it down, and then sweep those arms up and around to the ceiling. Sink and sweep. So chest stays lifted, shoulders are still down and away from those ears even when the arms go overhead. Take the squat to your preferred range of motion for warm up. So if you don't want it as deep, totally fine. We go into our double pulse running man after this. Opposite arm, opposite leg, trying to grow and be as long as possible. Setting it up, pulse, 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 pulse. I don't know why that move is so hard for me, but I'm always so happy when I get it on the first try. Just a little bit of an extra bounce for that double pulse, really focusing on lengthening through your limbs. You can always take that bounce out. Just like for jump rope, you could have taken that bounce out. You know that, right? I hope so. We have single leg lateral hop knee raise. So you're gonna hop it, opposite knee comes up, hold. Hop and hold. Arms can swing in a semicircle manner, just to get them involved and get yourself even warmer, even quicker. Knee comes up about hip height, a little bit higher if you can. Land and hold. So we're getting the core involved too. Seal jacks are on deck. Arms will come out right in front of you. So palms face, feet together, open, close. Once you've got that rhythm, go with it. You're about chest or shoulder height on those hands. If you want to clap, you can, but it's not necessary. Warming up through the chest, upper back, land softly. Take the tap out if necessary. Rotating side planks, so we're coming down to the ground. Bring it down, come onto that right arm, left to ceiling, feet are staggered, back center, and then onto the left, right to ceiling. Keeping the feet staggered, keeping the hips raised. Last exercise, first round, and then we go back to that jump rope. All your joints are stacked. So wrist, elbow, shoulder, shoulder, elbow, wrist. Pop it up, no break, right into it. So absolutely, you can tap it out here, move with intention and move with urgency, like you got something to do. Or lightly hop it out a little quicker. You can exaggerate those arms just a little bit if you want to. After all, you're not gonna mess up, there's no actual rope. Squat with arm sweeps coming up. Plant them, sink, scoop, sink, scoop. Reach for the ceiling, nice and tall. If you even feel super good, yeah, you can add a calf raise. It's totally up to you. Not necessary though. Double pulse running man coming up. I always have to set that one up in my head and think about which arm, which leg. So I always pause and I'm like, there we go. That's right. Still landing softly. Balls of feet. Reaching. Lengthening. Chest is open. Shoulders down and away from those ears. Single leg, lateral hop, knee raise. Coming up. Stabilize first. Land, lift, lift. Ooh. So you really notice that your core is starting to wake up. It's saving you from toppling over. You can always take that hop out, but still stabilize. So don't move so quickly that the poor core doesn't get involved. Seal jacks are on deck. Let's do them. Open and close. Breathe. Take your options as needed. Little bend in those knees. Keep the legs involved. Here, standing up tall, barely anything. But if you sink it lower, those legs get to warm up too. Rotating side plank. Coming down. Bring it to the ground. Last move, warm up. Open, center, open. Hips stay raised. Slight tuck in that pelvis. And you're breathing. If you need to, yeah, you can drop the knees each time. But I think you have a little more in you that you can give. And that's the buzzer for warm up. We are going right into our first upper body strength circuit. I'll be using medium weights for this one. Totally up to you what you want to use. Medium for me is 15, but do what works best for you. We're starting with a single arm overhead press racked on the right side only. Bring it up, palms face the ear, other arm out for balance. Straight up to the ceiling, slow down with control. Try to keep a nice even cadence throughout the whole interval. 35 seconds, just long enough for you to start going, ooh, it's heavy, but your muscles shouldn't be demolished. Keep a gentle bend in those knees and breathe. If necessary, you can kickstand, bringing the left leg back, heel up. Just gives you a little different balance and stability. 10 seconds is quick. You're gonna grab the other body for a high, wide row. So, goal post in the football stadium. That's what you're making with these arms. Hinge, pull with control. High and wide, pulling up and slightly back. Got that slight tuck in those hips so that your abdominals are working to protect the lower back here. Oh, there's already sweat pouring from my forehead. Breathe. Try not to use jerky motions to get the weight up there. Lose a friend. We go to the left side for that single arm overhead press. Remember, we do everything twice here. So after we get through this round on the left, we go back to the right. We start the circuit over. Adjust as necessary. I always have to on my left. As you guys know, it's my weaker side. It's just a little more challenging. So I have to pay a little closer attention to what's happening over here. Joints stay in alignment. You're pressing straight up. Palm stays facing. You stay facing your face. Oh my goodness. See, it's starting to feel bad, but look at the time. Before you know it, it's done. We go back to the right side, so I'm just gonna switch it on over. Round two. Rack it, get ready. Here we go. Take those couple extra seconds if you need to get your form right before you jump into anything. I've got a stable base. My core is tight as I have my knees slightly bent, so it makes me focus on pulling in my core to support that lower back. from the side, straight up, straight down. My biceps end up somewhere near my ears at the top of that move. All starting to get heavy. You always know your option is to lower the weight. Holy smokes. Grab the other friend. High, wide row. But it's the last time. 2 of everything is not so bad. Hinge. Pull it apart. Pull it apart. So from the side, you can see, hopefully I've got that nice little tuck, just ever so slightly, just to protect my lower back. Exhale up, inhale to lower down. Force the air out, collect it back on the way down. Less than 10, then we put a buddy away, we go back to the left side, single arm overhead press. Bye-bye, buddy. Don't worry, you'll see each other again soon. Racket on the left, palm face. Last 35 seconds of this first upper body circuit. We've got our body weight intermission. After this, it includes push-ups. Little celebration, just a small one. I won't do it again before the water break. I'll probably do it again after the water break. Oh my goodness. So if you'd like a mat for push-ups, we also have up-downs coming up. Be cognizant of where it is in your space and bring it with you. Put that weight down. Couple seconds to transition. I've got my mat here for when we go into up-downs, because sometimes it bruises my forearms, but I'm gonna leave it there for the inchworm walkout to push-ups. As I said, it's 2 moves, 1 minute apiece, back to back. We start in 10 seconds. Inchworm walkout, push-up. I'm gonna wait till little me disappears, then I'm gonna get to the edge of my space. So keep a gentle bend in those knees, walk it out, stable plank, chest comes right in between those thumbs. Little bend in those knees, heels to the ground, roll it up, repeat. We have 1 minute here, so we're not necessarily looking for speed. We're looking for stable, controlled. Breathe. Find a cadence and a rhythm that works for you. If you have to, totally fine. Drop to the knees for that push-up. You can even bend the knees more for that walkout. Give yourself some more stability. If you keep your feet wide, more stability. So you've got all these tips at your disposal. After this, we go into a minute of up-downs. When you are in the up position of that up-down, you'll pull your knees in toward your chest, one at a time, because the other way is just physically impossible. Get ready. Couple seconds, even though there is no transition time, I'm just pulling my mat out. So we're here. We go right, 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 and then right knee comes in. Right, left. Start on the left. Left, 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 left. Left knee in first. If you need to, yeah, you can drop to those knees. Right, 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 but pop it back up for your pull-ins. And then left. Follow the pace that works for you. You don't necessarily have to stay with me. We have got 15 seconds left. Maybe I'll try some more up. Try to keep those hips from rocking side to side. Your hand is planting right under the shoulder. Wow, what a nasty little intermission. Nicely done. Circuit 1, intermission 1, done. Time for a quick water break. Then you'll come back and we've got 2 more strength circuits with a body weight intermission sandwiched between the 2. Press pause if you need a longer break. Otherwise, I'll see you soon. Welcome back from your water break. We're rolling right into strength circuit number 2. I rolled my weights back to my lighter option for today, which is 10. Do what works for you, but I do recommend the lighter option. We are starting in 10 seconds with the right arm, scaption, lateral raise. So we're gonna take it to that diagonal and then palm's gonna face the floor. A little bend in the knees. Diagonal, shoulder down and away from the ear, palm faces the floor, shoulder height, out to the side, little bend in the elbow. Little bend in the elbow here for scaption, little bend for that lateral raise. That left arm, while it's just hanging out, can make a fist. It will keep everything in alignment, or at least it helps, even though you're not technically holding anything over here. Control the descent just as much as you do the raise. Breathe, 3 more seconds. It wants a friend. We got biceps curls. Just regular, good old-fashioned biceps curls. Narrow stance for me because of my weights, little bend in the knees. Curl it up 3/4 of the way and down. Control it. Keep your elbows close to your sides, but not digging into your rib cage or your hips. Shoulder blades back and down into the pocket, trying to prevent ourselves from rolling forward and rounding out the spine. We want the work in the biceps. Control. Man, oh man, the sweat is already just pouring. We have scaption and lateral raise on the left coming up. Say goodbye to one friend. Same deal as the right we do on the left. Keep that gentle, stable base. Make a fist. Diagonal, little bend in that elbow. Palm faces the floor. Lateral. Now, if you have a brain that's turned on when you're working out, some of us don't, I know, it's okay. You can count your reps on the right and count them on the left and try to make sure that they're equal. That's usually how I try to make sure my right and left are on the same game plan. They're not always, but I try. My left side is my harder side. You can see me struggle through it. It's okay. Round 2. I don't really need to put this back, but I just like this one better for the right side. So we go into scaption, lateral raise, right side again. We all have our quirks. We live with it. It's okay. I'm owning mine. They don't always make sense. Just gotta do them. Core tight, little tuck. Ooh, more than halfway, because we have 35-second intervals, so 15 is more than half in this case. That feels good. Almost there. Shoulder height, little bend. Grab the friend, biceps curls. Last time. Whew, reset. Get ready. Last time for these. Smile through it. I promise it makes it so much easier. Look at that. I'm like, wow, it's like skipping through a field full of beautiful flowers. It's amazing. And just like that, we're more than halfway. Hopefully that distracted you just a little bit. So close to our last move for this second strength circuit. Scaption, lateral raise left. Put a friend away. Bye-bye. Catch you soon. Get ready. Head in the game for this left side. I always say head in the game because it's so easy to start thinking about the end of the circuit that you're dismissive of the last exercise. You just kind of float through it. I want you to be intentional with each interval, not just thinking about the end of the workout. It's a great goal to have in mind. If it motivates you, wonderful. But then get your head back to where we are right now. Ooh, poor left side. That's burning. Come on. Had to finish that rep. Guess what, guys? It's time for your second intermission before we go into that last strength circuit. 2 moves, 1 minute apiece back to back. Start with your favorite, laterally traveling bear crawls. So you're just gonna get into that bear crawl position And we're going side to side. So make use of your space. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Raise those knees a couple inches off the ground. We're in the interval. So you don't have to travel very far. You can literally walk 2 little steps. It's whatever your space can accommodate. Super duper tight core here. Flat back. We've got our ice cream traveling. We took it with us. It's back there. If you absolutely hate the travel, you can just stay in that bear crawl hold. So knees are still under the hips, hands still under the shoulders. Hold, tuck, squeeze through the core. Options are there for everyone. You can also hold a plank. As long as you're doing something, we are good. After this, we have a full roll up. So you can grab your mat if you want to. I think I'm just gonna go bare floor. We'll see what happens. But you're gonna lay on your back, so get your head mentally prepared for that. Lay it down. Remember, there is no break. Arms overhead. C, curve it out. Reach for the ceiling. C shape. And release down. Arms forward, little curve. Straighten it out. Arms overhead. C, back, down, control. So you're using your core muscles to pull you up and slowly release you down. If that range of motion is not accessible for you today, raise up and release. You just shorten it. You do what works best for you in this given moment. We have 10 seconds, and then we've got one more strength circuit. See, this is a super quick workout. That was it, folks. Okay, we are going into our last strength circuit. I'm gonna go back to a medium weight, which, as I said, is 15 for me. Both of them don't really need to be changed, but I'm really strange about the right and left, so I had to change them. We have a single arm upright row coming up, and we will start on the right side in less than 10 seconds. So go ahead and grab it, palm faces you, a little bend in those knees. Elbow up, slightly back. Weight stays nice and close to the body. Now for this particular move, I do like to kickstand it. So my opposite leg stays forward, the right leg goes back. Most of the weight is in that left leg. Ball of the right foot on the floor, heel is up. This just helps me get into the correct form here. Core is tight. Elbow pulls up and back so that we are not going into impingement. Shoulders still down and away from the ears even when I lift. Notice it's still in pretty much the same position. Put it down, we have a triple count push-up. 3 counts on the way down, 1 count up. Pull my mat out for that. All right, so 3 down, 1 up. I'm gonna start on my toes. Down, 2, 3, up on 1. Down, 2, 3, up on 1. Chest right in between those thumbs. You make use of your count. Your option here, drop to the knees, absolutely. Down, 2, 3, strong continuous press. We have less than 10 seconds. Why did I save this for this last circuit? Maybe it was intentional. There it is, you go into the left side for that upright row. So grab your friend, get your palm down. So right leg goes forward, left back. If you choose the kickstand, you can keep your feet together. It's totally fine. It's whatever works for your form. If this helps you, 2 feet, stable base, go for it. This makes sure that I actually keep my core engaged and I keep balance. Just because the weight is pulling slightly away from the midline on this move, it's not like an overhead press where it stays in line. This might keep you a little more stable. Back at the top of the round, we grab 1 weight. You can keep the weight you have. This is just me being quirky. Upright row. Also for these weights, they are just shaped a bit differently. Yeah, I could just use that one and turn it around, but as I said, it doesn't feel right. And I have quirks. And I've learned to just live with them. A little bend in that supporting leg that has got most of the weight. So even though you're kickstanding it, still a little bend. Oh, those triple count push-ups. I'm gonna get my mat again. If you beat me to it, and the buzzer goes off, start moving. I'm just trying not to make such a ruckus pulling out this mat. Here we go. Toes or knees? I'm gonna start with knees, and then maybe we can go up. How about that? Maybe the last 12 seconds. It's like enough time for us to get maybe 2 reps in. Slow, slow, slow. Elbows back at that 45. Oh, there's the 12. Okay, down, 2, 3. Holy smokes, we gotta do one more. Down, 2, 3. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, upright row on the left side. Grab one friend, that's all you need. Remember, opposite leg is forward if you're choosing that kickstand option. Shoulder up and back, weight is still close to your body. Guess what's after this? Cool down. It's like it's a secret, right? Well, it is, because we're still in the interval. We're not at cool down yet. We still got 12 seconds. Don't think about it. Not at cool down. We are in the work. Oh. Now we're there. Weights to the side. Mats can even come to the side and out of the way. Your cool down is about 4.5 minutes, approximately 30 seconds per stretch. Take a couple deep breaths where you are, and then you're gonna roll right into this cool down. Deep in through the nose, and exhale out through the mouth. One more. And exhale. Give yourself a nice, strong, stable base. Let's go into some arm circles. Take them up and back, but nice and slowly. So we're not flapping our wings here. We're getting a nice opening through the chest. That's our focus for up and back. Pause here, take it up and forwards. Shift your focus to separating the shoulder blades every time those arms come forward. My, my, my. Short little workout, but my arms feel worked. One more. Relax. Right arm, cross body shoulder stretch. Shoulder down and away from the ear. Pull gently above or below that elbow. Gently across the body. So we feel those deltoids open up. And that should feel so good. Shoulders away from the ear. We can even gaze over that shoulder if we can maintain form. Or you can just look at me. It's fine. This is a move where it's safe to look at me. Breathe. Relax. We go into an overhead tricep stretch with the same arm. Release that gently. Shake it out if you need to. Up and back. Pat yourself. Press above or below the elbow. Keep that arm close to you. And you can keep that little tuck in your pelvis. Protect the lower back. So even during stretching, yes, proper form is key. Breathe. All we're going to do is switch it out and go to the left side now. And let that go. So left arm, cross body, shoulder down and away. Gentle pull. Reset. It's gentle. So you shouldn't have to do much tugging in order to feel the muscles lengthen in those shoulders. If so, readjust your posture and you'll see, you'll find the spot. Well, let's let that go. Same arm, left arm, pat yourself on the back. Triceps. We did have some push-ups. But hey, we're getting better, aren't we? I know we are. I know you guys are listening to my challenges. Where I'm like, go on your toes for the last 12 seconds. I know you're trying. I know you are. And if you're on your knees, you're getting that full range of motion. You just know it. You're getting in whatever you got, but you're still trying. And release, shake that out. We're going to a side bend. Let's take that right arm up, over, and reach. You can keep it here, lengthening through those obliques. If that's too much tension, you can just hold it for a couple seconds and come back down. I know it differs for each person how good or bad the stretch feels. Sometimes it's a little bit much to stay in that position. So you hold it for a couple seconds and then let it go, more of an active stretch. And let's just switch, left arm up and over. Reach, reach, reach. You can even gaze up to the ceiling if that takes some of the pressure off of your neck. Do what works best for you and your body in this given moment. Just a couple more stretches after this, and then you get to say goodbye to me for this pretty short and straightforward upper body focused workout. And release. Let's go into our chest opener. So pull that chest in between the shoulders, pull the shoulder blades together, and while you're here, we're going to rotate those wrists. Ceiling, wall behind you, ceiling, wall, space. If you're outside, maybe there's some trees. Breathe. Oh my goodness, my shoulders. Press that chest in between. Open and close. One more move. Well, two more moves in one. We're gonna hug the tree, separate those shoulder blades around out the spine, chin to chest, and then come up, reach overhead, back down, hug, just a couple seconds per move. You can have a little back bend in that overhead reach as long as your back feels good and healthy, okay? Let's do one more each. Round, in, up, and release. Nicely done, folks. You made it through, as I said, that relatively short upper body focus and core workout. Thank you so much for joining me. Once again, my name is Tasha. I hope to see you again. Workout complete.